curtain. Have you ever wondered how trailers started? How the advertisement for these movies, these films, these TV shows, like how it began and how it ended up where it is? Well, today you're going to find that out from me. This is very different. This is a very different type of video, but it's going to be very nice. It's informative, and it won't be me. It'd be college me explaining it, because this was actually a college assignment that I thought it'd be very fun for YouTube. So sit back, relax, enjoy, and find out the evolution of trailers. Don't forget, if you like the video, hit the like button, and don't forget, if you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button, because you know what? It's been a minute, okay? I gotta remind you that I don't let me take this with me. I don't joke around about this kind of stuff. Enjoy the video. Hello, my name is Kingston Nathan, and today I want to take you through a brief summary of the evolution of trailers. And it's a great time to talk about this when the trailer world record, like in views, it's been hit in 2021 with the new Spider-Man No Way Home trailer. Alright, let's get started. The trailer actually began with something that trailed at the end, obviously, of a movie, The Adventures of Kathleen. In 1912, they ended this movie on a cliffhanger and then hinted at the next chapter with a couple of texts on screen. Now, this was the first time that this was like hinted at for the future viewing for people to go back and watch again. Now, just give it a year later, and Neil Grunlin, excuse me if I'm pronouncing these names wrong, but he decided to film a short advertisement for a Broadway musical because he was the advertisement manager. Now, the owner of the theater he was advertising for really liked this idea, so he started making a lot of trailers. Now, soon after, in 1919, a couple of years later, the National Screen Service was created, and the National Screen Service actually became the monopoly of trailer making. They made trailers a lot for a lot of big studios, so they were the big monopoly for trailer making. Now, these silent era films, trailers, they looked more like just introductions for actors, actresses, a couple of clips from the movie. They didn't show much at all, and since this was the silent era, it was just music in the background. They would have explanations on screens of like fun, exciting, things like that, the stereotypical. Now, in the 1920s, the late 1920s, became the sound film, and when this came out, this was a big deal because this is where you get the narration voiceover that we all know and love. In a world, that thing. Now, in the 1930s, these trailers that trailed the end of the movie ended up being at the beginning of the movie because people were really not staying after movies at all. Now, trailers pretty much stayed the same in the 1940s and 1950s, but the sales were going down for movies because television was on a rise. It just unpopularized films and trailers, so this was a low era, but in the 1960s, it skyrocketed back up. This decade right here was big for films because this is where we got a lot of creativity in film. Now, a great example would be Psycho, which is Alfred Hitchcock's movie, where he actually did a tour of a character's house for his trailer, which I actually think that's a really, really cool idea. You get the trailer for Dr. Strangelove, which is so much fun, and then you get the trailer for Breathless, which is it's weird, but it's different and it's creative. And then in the 1970s, we actually start to get a mix of the old and the new, the formality of the old ones, but then the creativity of the new ones. This really was big and began with Jaws, which started the mini movie phase. And since this movie was so popular, people thought, let's do what they did, which is story-driven trailer versus the mood and genre-driven trailers. So with this began the 1990s, the 1990s, where we actually started to get just spoilers everywhere. This was the trailer spoils everything phase, and it worked. People loved watching the movie before watching the movie. They knew what they were going in to see, and that's what they got. And during this time, 1990s, 1980s, up until now, there were introduction to teasers and all these different things, and now Spider-Man No Way Home was a thing, and that was a big deal, and here we are. That's trailers, guys. And make sure you take a look at my citations of where I got all this information. I know I was talking a lot. I know I was talking fast. But that's trailers for you guys. That's the evolution of it. Thank you.